Take it easy.
You're done reading already? Please wait a moment, I still need some time. Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many.
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is...
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Memoria for matters outside of work. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps?
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Diluc. What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd...
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa Village, and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products. Water from Sumeru's Up. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider... Distinct differences exist between the waters of each.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any...
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles... In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me. Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat.
True.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily... My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between
Have you made any...
Perhaps, but that's why I'm...
Are we gonna...
I wasn't able to find...
Water? Do you mean...
That's right. The Fountain of Luce... If they're real... Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro... Perhaps we should go.
But that's just standard procedure.
Take it easy.
Monsieur Neuvillette?
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few...
A safe distance? Oh, it's glowing! Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Marechaussee Phantom.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but
a meaningful life also comes with its...
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence. Or what I'm for almost 20 years. We've stayed in our village without finding any answers.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions.
Really? Could you tell? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head. And I tried really hard.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. I'm confident that we'll find a
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any...
Huh?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello, I'm Carol, a Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards!
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange...
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilet allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mare Shosei Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you. You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Shosei Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand.
There have been rumors. There are countless negative rumors.
Monsieur Nervet, I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out. Okay.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we...
Monsieur Nervelet, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melazines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought...
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust, please be on your guard for...
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will...
I guess you're right. Ugh.
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in,
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but they tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. Can you understand how I feel?
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as...
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, what?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out?
Shh, keep it down! Besides, now that the old regime has been
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you...
Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Therefore, you...
What? That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more...
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it's due to my negligence.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Pipe. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices.
It is as you said. It is not only the fountain.
That sounds awesome.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Which ones? It's fine. It was a coincidence. You should now understand why I believe that...
Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I did not sense too much hatred. I don't know what caused... However, I did...
Oh! Didn't we read about...
You've read about it. In that case, the resentment...
Huh? What are you doing here?
Navia! Nice to see you again!
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Rumors are abroad that someone's... So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads.
Thank you. Where did you hear about...
The Chief Justice out on it who talked to Chiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this...
You know, it could be because... Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Chiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still We are planning to return to the Palais Marmonia to revisit...
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Ros. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, what is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against Amelazine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melazines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we...
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervulette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervulette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together.
That's more like it.
Come and fight me instead, you Have you heard? Even the special patrol. Shh, look.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance. Let us stick to our plan and return. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. The list involves...
What does it say?
The principal offenders, Dominique, those with close connections or mute... Among them, surveillance...
So many names. Is the one...
Yes, there is something suspicious about... It seems like he's closely related to the core members of...
Monsieur Nervulette, someone claiming to be from the... He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quick?
I, too, am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here.
Whoa. Check out all these people.
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Maréchaussée Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be...
I've wanted to have a meetup like this.
But... oh well.
Yes, that's me.
You're Essa?
Yes, monsieur. Nervy.
Did you write that threatening letter to Chiara?
I did, but I was just following...
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey...
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid... Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful.
Leave the formalities for later. If he really is...
All right, then. Fortress of Meripede would be super. You've got a set schedule, guaranteed. Oh, you mean Risley? Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually pretty. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people. Yeah.
Excuse...
Huh? Paimon...
Excuse me, is someone passing?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But, Paimon...
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you.
Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass...
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously...
No, it was nothing.
Just your cat? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair! Sorry. You just need your hat, right?
I think it's a soft, and I think that it's real.
Don't worry.
Take it easy.
Please rest here for... Oh, and would anyone like anything? Hi, my thirst is a warm... I'll bring you some...
Typical Sijun. Concerned about everyone's health. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked...
Familiar? But if both of you say so, let's go out.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay...
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in...
What's that?
We have a very long history. Going back as we have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time...
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
But people won't give us a...
Interested in joining? If you'd like to learn more, here's our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has here.
You two look kind of familiar. It's the symbol, from what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though. The first president of our all of us have a...
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Did you manage to gather it?
Mm-hmm. The people who wore according to them, the badge's design...
I personally cracked... Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire.
Oh, so the network...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in it.
All right. Let us talk.
Take it easy.
Allow me to introduce this. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want?
Calm down. merely want to ask you, was it your idea to send that letter? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't—
That idiot!
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating you. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable.
I only intended to do some small business after making a few trips, but I refuse to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right?
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines?
My initial target was Nervi, but for some reason no one wanted to team up with me. In the end, I had to redirect. I recall that Kiara was the one who put the letter was in fact a—
Am I to assume that the claim—
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have—
Yes.
Sijuin, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation.
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past.
And how long ago?
More than 400—
You might be Time can change.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais
Monsieur Neuvillette, when people refuse to place their trust in Melazine, for almost 500 years, people no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with—
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have it isn't anything special or worthy of praise. It is unnecessary to hope—
There's no need to be so. You're no longer that outsider.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubt.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier—
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high— I'll have a chat with the guard.
I see no issue.
Great!
The other thing was born from my own sense of—
Yep. Neuvillette—
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. I've looked into their founder. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout— In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very—
What? During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to—
I don't have anything to say. Well then, let us—
Please, take care.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on... Hey, any comment?
What I really think is... every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence. I will try to contemplate this further.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Nervillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Nervillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threat.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy.
Well, now it looks like to celebrate this joyous...
That's not how you celebrate.
I will...
Real?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions.
Yes! Thank you so much, monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concern.
Take it easy.
Kiara? It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. In my dream, I can't remember what our dream...
I can sense your joy.
Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course.
See you next time, monsieur.
See you next time.